All right, SPSS, which test checks for normality of the DV? Remember, DV is the only thing we're checking for the assumptions. We don't really give a rat's patootie about the IV, especially at this stage because the IV is a categorical variable. Okay, so let's open up SPSS. I got this data set here to check for normality in SPSS. Besides the histogram, histograms can be a little bit deceiving sometimes. So we basically just let the test do the reporting for us. So you go to Analyze Descriptives. I always go to Explore. Okay, you click over the variable that you want to be tested. And Statistics, Descriptives, Outliers. You could check here for outliers. There are other ways that I'm going to teach you, but we're not going to do that. Plots. Here's your button. Unclick that. You should always get a histogram regardless. This is the one that's going to produce the test that we need. It's a normality test. I don't want to give it away until we run it. Options don't care. Click. Okay, here's the output. And this tells us that we had 100 people in the study. Nobody was missing. There's the mean score. There's the standard error. Here it is right here. This is the test we're going to use to check for normality. The Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. So if this sig value, same as p-value, if this p-value was less than 0.05, you would have violated normality. But since this number is not less than 0.05, the assumption of normality was not violated. There is another test. It's called the Shapiro-Wilk test. You'll notice that that number is a lot smaller for the sig value. It's a lot more restrictive. That's why we tend to use the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, commonly called the Smirnov test. So this would be your answer. MGZ.